Hey everyone, welcome back to Santosh Gamer channel. In the last session, we explored sorting and filtering data in Excel. Today we are going to learn about data validation and drop-down list, which helps controls what users can enter in a worksheet. By the end of this video, you will be able to create drop-down list and restricts data entry to specific values, and also we can learn prevent errors with validation rules. Let's get started. Now, what is data validation in Excel? Data validation is a feature that restricts or controls the type of data entered into a cell, and it helps preventing errors by allowing only valid values. In this way, we can do data validation in Excel. And these example scenarios I will be explaining in MS Excel work for better understanding. Now coming to third topic, that is second topic, creating drop-down list in Excel. There are two methods. First method we can create manually, and in second method we can create the drop down list from a range. These I will be explaining in MS Excel work with an example. So for clear understanding, let's jump into MS Excel work. Now I have opened my Excel sheet and let us learn how to apply data validation step by step. First you need to click on data, and then you need to click on data validation, and here it's showing three things. Now we need to click on data validation. Now we can see the three things here: settings, input message, and error alert. Coming to settings, we have the validation criteria and we have some values. When we click on drop down, we can see the values here, like what the user wants here. Like if the user chooses whole number, then the functionality of whole number is it allows only numbers. When the user chooses decimal, then it allows only decimal values. If the user selects list, then it creates a drop down list. And if a user selects date, then it allows only date format. And what is the functionality of text length? Like it limits characters in text. Coming to input message, when the user clicks on any cell, then information will be shown here such that user can understand what to type. And we should type that information in the input message description box. Coming to error alert, in this error alert we can see three things here: stop, warning, information. What do you mean by stop? It blocks invalid entry completely. What do you mean by warning? It shows a warning but allows invalid entry if user agrees yes button. What do you mean by information? It just informs the user but allows invalid entry. Information is not that much strict comparing to stop and warning. Now let us understand with an example. Suppose user wants to enter 0 to 100 numbers, and if he enter 101, then he should get a warning symbol. So in that case, we need to choose whole number, and as we know, he wants to enter from 0 to 100. So in minimum we need to give 0, and in maximum we need to give 100, and then we need to click on OK. But here the user needs a pop-up message. So we need to click on input message, and in input message we need to write enter a number between 1 and 100, and then we want, if the user enters 101, then we need to get some error message. In that case we need to click on error alert. Now I'm going to choose stop function. So in description of error message I'm going to write invalid entry, please enter a number between 1 and 100. And when I click on OK, then we can clearly see that in 39th cell a validation rule is applied, and when I click on the 40 cell, here a validation rule is not applied. But when we click on 39 cell, we can see clearly enter a number between 1 and 100, so that user knows he should enter from 1 and 100. Now when user enters 10 and when he clicks on enter, then the value will be taken. But when the user enters 100 and then when he click on enter, even though it is taking data, but when he enters 1000 and when he click on enter, then clearly we can see a pop-up message, that is we have applied a validation rule between 1 and 100 only. So more than 100 it won't take. And also clearly we can see a pop-up message that invalid entry, please enter a number between 1 and 100, and we can see three things here: retrieve, cancel, help. If I click on cancel, then the previous number stays. So now I'm going to explain what do you mean by warning and what do you mean by information. To check that, click on data validation, and in error alert, now you need to click on warning and click on OK. Now when I type 1000 and when I click on enter, now we can see that invalid entry, please enter a number between 1 and 100. And now we are going to see a continue button. If user agrees, then this number will be stayed. If user clicks on no, then this number won't stay. Suppose if I click on yes, then this number will be stayed in this cell. Now let us understand how to do that information. So click on data validation and then click on information and then click on OK. Now here when I enter 1000 and when I click on enter, here I can clearly see that invalid entry, please enter a number between 1 and 100. Just we can see the information, but we can't see any warning symbol or any stop symbol like that. So here we can say, what do you mean, what is the functionality of information? Just it gives the text, but it stays the user entered data. Even though it is wrong, it stays the data. And when I click on OK, then the 1000 will be staying on 39 cell. In this way we can do data validation. And now I'm going to say how to delete these validation rules. Simply click on the cell you want to delete the validation rules, and then click on data validation and click here clear all, and then click on OK. Now the data validation will be removed. Now let us see what do you mean by drop downs and how can we achieve that. So as I said earlier, we can achieve the drop down list by two methods. One is manually and another one is dynamically through over and range. So how to apply manually? So in order to achieve that, first click on any cell and then click on data, and then you need to click on data validation, and then you need to select on list. Here simply type manually like CSK, and you should separate the things with commas, and SRH, comma DC, comma MI. Now when you click on OK, then there will be a drop down created, and when we click on drop down, then we can see the values which we have created in the list like CSK, SRH, DC, MI. And when I click on SRH, then the info will be added on 37 cell. In this way we can write manually. In order to achieve the method 2, that is dynamic drop down list from and range. So in order to achieve that, click on any cell and then click on data, and then you need to click on data validation, and then here you need to select list. In this source box you need to apply the range. Suppose I am applying from whole number to text length. In order to do that, click on whole number and click on shift and page down up to text length. This address will be shown in source box, and when you click on OK, then we can see the drop down here, and when you click on drop down, then you can see the things here, like I have done this information into this, like whole number, decimal, list, date, text length. In this way we can create through and range. These are the two methods we can do the drop down list by method 1 or by method 2. Method 2 saves the time, and also we can create large data. In this way we can update the things. And if you want to delete this, then click on data validation, and then you need to click on clear all, and then you need to click on OK. Now the drop down will be removed. Now let us see the advanced validation rules and drop down list with an example. Let's jump into that. Now I have taken a real world example which is very useful, and also it covers everything today what we have learned. First let us see the example. What is the example? You are managing an HR department and you need to create an employee data entry form in Excel. The form must ensure that these conditions. So in order to achieve these things, first scenario, what it is, employee IDs are unique. So in order to remove duplicates, in order to keep the employee IDs unique, we can achieve this scenario by using countif function. What do you mean by countif function? counting function checks how many times a value appears in a given range, and this is the data we are going to enter into an source. So first we are starting from label A, and then we are starting from second row, and then we are ending up to 100. This is the range where duplicates are checked, and A2 is the reference that is currently validating. Equals to 1 ensures that the value appears only once in the range. This is how countif function works. So in order to achieve that, first we need to select where our data starts from 17 cell and ends up to 21. So by using shift and page down, drag up to 21 and then click on data and then click on data validation. Now here you need to choose a value of custom that represents we are writing our own formula. So in the formula bar, type equals to and then write countif, open the bracket. Now actual work starts here. First we need to use dollar symbol, and then we are writing the formula for label A, and we are starting from label cell 17, and then we are using the range, so keep is 2, and then again we are starting from label A and we are ending up to 21, and we need to here we need to give a cell reference that from where we are validating the data, so keep comma and then write A17, that is starting of our data, that is we are going to validate the data, and enclose the bracket. And now we need to write here equals to 1, that is it ensures that only one time the employee ID should done. If it's twice, then it should reject. In that case you need to keep error alert, and then you need to keep stop, and you need to give the error messages and give validate info, and then you need to click on OK. Now let us check the first scenario is achieved or not. So by clicking on 18 cell, that is Rajesh Dasi, so let us write duplicate value, like that is we are writing employee 001, and then we are going to click on enter. We are getting a pop-up message that give validate info, that is this box doesn't take the duplicate values, it takes only unique values. And when I click on into, then again it came back to the previous employee ID. In this way we can achieve the employee IDs with unique values. Now let us see how to do second scenario. Like, what is the second scenario? Names must contain only letters. Okay, this is easy. Now we should click on the data, and then we need to drag up to 21, and then we need to click on home, and then here in this number group we have some tools here. So in this drop down here we need to apply the text format, so that the names contains only letter format. In this way we can achieve the second scenario. Now in order to achieve the third scenario, that is age should be between 18 and 60. Okay, we can achieve this by whole number, that is by choosing a whole number from the data validation. So click on the data from where you are starting and drag up to 35, and then click on data validation, and then click on settings, and then click on click on whole number, and then you need to start from between 18 and 60. So start within 18 and maximum values is 60, and here in error alert you need to choose stop, and in error message you need to write age should be between 18 and 60, and click on OK. Now the validation rule is applied. Suppose let us check it is applied or not. In Santosh Dasi, let us write 61, and when I click on enter, okay, now we are getting pop-up message that age should be between 18 and 60. Now it goes to previous age. In this way we can apply the third scenario. Let's come to the fourth scenario, that is joining date should be within the last 5 years. Okay, so we need to use date format here. Again we need to click on our data, and we need to click on up to last of our data, then similarly click on the data validation and go to the settings. Here we need to choose the date format. After choosing date, we need to give the start date and as well as end date. In start date, let us assume that within the last 5 years, so let us assume 01/01/2024, and in end date give 01/01/2025, and click on OK. Now the validation is applied to this box. So let us check let us check it is applying or not. Suppose in this box I have written 01/01/2026, and when I click on OK, now now we are getting a warning symbol, that is this value doesn't match the validation restrictions defined for this cell. So our fourth scenario is also achieved. Coming to fifth scenario, that is department should be selected from a drop down list. Okay, this is very easy. Again we need to start from our data, and then we need to use shift and page down button and drag up to operations, then click on data validation, and you need to select list. In list you need to select the source. Make sure you need to click the source box and the cursor should be shown here, and then you need to come to the starting forward data, and by using shift and page down drag up to operations, then the formula will be shown in this source box, that is this is the formula of this box, and then click on OK. Now we can see the drop down has been came. Simply we can select the drop down list here. Suppose if I select IT, then it is showing IT here. If I select marketing, then the marketing will be shown here. In this case we can apply drop down list. Again our fifth scenario is also our fifth scenario is also achieved. Now we are going to sixth scenario, that is salary must be above 20,000. So here we need to check that above, that is greater than. So we need to choose here the salary will be in whole numbers, so we need to choose whole numbers, and here we need to choose greater than, that is we should not choose between. So let us I'm going to explain how to achieve that. Click on the data and drag up to 60,000, and then click on data validation, click on whole number. In this data you should not choose between, because our target is must be above 20,000. So click on drop down. Here there are many things what the user needed, then the user will select that. Now I need greater than symbol, so I have done greater than, and in minimum I need to write 20,000 and click on OK. In error alert we are going to give user must enter salary above 20k, and then click on OK. Now let us check it is applied or not. Similarly I'm going to use backspace, and then I'm writing 20,000 and clicking on enter. Simply we are getting a pop-up that user must enter salary above 20k. So in this way we are achieved this sixth scenario. Before going to the seventh scenario, I have done a mistake in joining date. Let us see what the mistake I have done in this joining date. To check that, click on 17 cell and drag up to 21, and then click on data validation, and here I have written 2024. Actually our range should be within last 5 years, so write 2020 and click on OK. Now the 5 years gap has been applied. Now coming to the seventh scenario, that is employees should select their state, and based on that only the corresponding city should appear in the next drop down. Okay, this is advanced topic, and this can be achieved by using dependent drop down list. I will explain what it is. Let us go to the example now. So now when the user clicks on 17 cell, he need to get drop down, and in this drop down all states should be, and whenever selecting an state, then it should show a particular cities of that states. So to achieve that, first we need to take some data. So here I have taken states, here 4 states. In case if you want to take total states, then we can take total states, but as of now I have taken 4 states, that is Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Telangana. These are the 4 states I am using in this list. So and in under column I have created each state and their cities. So remember one thing, whenever you are doing dependent list, first make sure you have data properly. First you need to separate the column of states, and you should enter unique values. Like you should not enter the data of duplicate values. You should choose only unique values, and Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Telangana. These are my unique states I have using, and it should be in separate column. And now what we want the cities of the states. So for Andhra Pradesh, I have created 3 cities, and for Tamil Nadu, I have done same way, and rest of 2 also I have done in same way. So in this way, we have to prepare the data before we are going to do dependent drop down list. So now let's achieve that. First, what we need to do, first my Andhra Pradesh is in 29th cell, so click on this and drag up to 32, and then click on formulas, and then you need to click on name manager. Here I have already written, so in order to delete that, shift and page down and delete it. Click on OK. Now you need to create new one. Make sure you are selecting these 4 things like 29 to 32. I have selected these things. Now I am clicking on new. In this name, I need to rename it as states. So STATS. Okay, I have renamed it as states, and it refers to there we can see the address of this box, and click on OK. Now the states box is created. Now similarly, we need to do Andhra Pradesh cities, Tamil Nadu cities, Karnataka cities, Telangana cities. So in order to do that, click on new, and then you need to click on Andhra Pradesh cities. So where it is starting? It is starting from 29th cell. So in order to select that, it will not select when we click directly. So first you need to name it as Andhra Pradesh, and make sure that your name should be exact where the state's name. Like if you are using here Andhra Pradesh AS capital, then in name you should keep the exact name, so that we will get the exact results, or else we are going to get wrong results. So now I have kept Andhra Pradesh in name. In refers to, we need to delete this, and we need to click on this box, and the cursor should be shown here, such that now we are going to select the Andhra Pradesh cities. It is in 29th column, and we have selected this, and we have to click on shift and page down button up to Tirupati. Then this box address will be shown in this refers to box. Now click on OK. Similarly, click on new, and then you need to write Tamil Nadu, and then in refers to, you need to delete this, and you need to click on this refers to box. Make sure the cursor is selected, and then click on Chennai up to Madurai, and click on OK. Similarly, again new, again Karnataka, and then delete this. Click on Karnataka cities up to Mangalore. Click on OK. Again new, again click on Telangana. Write Telangana. After writing Telangana, in refers to, we need to keep the cities of Telangana. So up to Warangal, start from Warangal and drag up to Karimnagar, and this address will be selected here, and click on OK. Now we have created all the things here in name manager. Now first work we have completed. Now close this. Now here we need to get drop down. So actually we have created a box with named states. So simply click on drag up to Tamil Nadu, and then click on data, and click on data validation. Here click on list. In list you should in source, actually we have written the formula of we have created the states with the name called states. So simply write equals to, and then simply write states, and when you click on OK, then you will get drop down, and in drop down you will get all the cities here. Andhra Pradesh, you will get all the states: Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Telangana. So when you click Andhra Pradesh, you need to get here Andhra Pradesh cities. So in order to achieve that, we need to use indirect formula. Once again I am saying, if you want to achieve this method, you need to use indirect formula. So in order to achieve that, so now I'm clicking on this cell and click on data and then data validation. Here click on list, and then in source we need to write our formula, that is equals to indirect, and we are pointing towards G column, that is we are getting this stage into this H cell. So we need to give G, and that is 17th, and close the bracket and click on OK. Now we can see the drop down here. So when I click Tamil Nadu and when I click on the city, now I am getting Tamil Nadu cities. In this way we can achieve drop downs. In order to apply for all these things, just click on this and at the edge of the cell drag up to down of your data, and then simply select whatever you needed states: Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Telangana. So now when I click on this city, I should get Visakhapatnam, Vijayawada, Tirupati. Exactly, we have got. So I have chosen Vijayawada. If I click on Tamil Nadu, then if I click on this cell, okay, now here in order to apply all these for all these cells, just click on this and at the edge of the cell drag up to last of the cell. What are the now we have selected Tamil Nadu. So in Tamil Nadu we need to have Tamil Nadu cities. Now I selected Coimbatore. Now it is in now we have chosen Karnataka, then I need to get Karnataka cities. Yeah, perfect, I got those. And if I choose Telangana, then I need to get Telangana cities. Okay, done. If I choose Tamil Nadu, then I should get Tamil Nadu cities. Perfect. In this way we can achieve the drop downs. This process is called as a dependent drop down list. In this way we can achieve the 7th scenario. Hence we have covered all the topics from first scenario to last scenario. That's it guys. Today we explored data validation, drop down list and how to control data entry in Excel. This feature is great for avoiding mistakes and keeping your sheets clean and professional. In the next session, day 7, we will cover conditional formatting and custom formatting to make your data visually appealing and highlight important trends automatically. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Santosh Gamer for more Excel tricks. See you in day 7. Tata. Bye bye.